Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. My fellow, who knows what you are now. I didn't know this was going on. I've been working here, trying to do some things, trying to did some hobby stuff that I'll end up on YouTube, hopefully. And I don't know, just found out about uh, what it's planned for today or what's been going on with today. I don't know. I turned my radio off. Usually it's on where I get my news. It had no news. So we'll see here. We'll see. Let's see what happens by I don't even have a news site. It's not sad. Let's see here. I turned off all the political and every else type of news. I go to my main page here. Well, let's just go to the old standby. Let's hit. Oh, yeah, I forgot Fox is still a news network, isn't it? I like Fox News. I like OAN. Let me go there. Biden's orders. Okay. President will dictate vaccine testing requirement for 100 million Americans. Ratchet up fines for maskless. The president is weaponizing the justice system. Wow. So, what do you think about that one? That's a hell of a thing to read, isn't it? Wow. I mean, I don't know. It's all, what do I care anymore, right? And you talk about this, some asshole wasn't elected, gets in there, and does all this stuff. I mean, I think Fauci he owes some explaining. Hang on a second here. I'm trying to add stuff, y'all. Let's see if this will work. Boom. What's OAN? Golly. That's not it. You know, I just wanted to be left alone. Is this going to play? God, am I going to have to see pig vomit? That's going to be the worst thing. Okay, let's see what OAN has. Trump reaches out to families of service members killed in Afghanistan. Oh, White House withdraws David Chipman ATF nomination. That's a win. Now, Biden doesn't know this because he calls it the AFT. But hey, this is a win. David Chipman is the guy that, if you remember, just look up Waco, the Branch Davidians. If you don't remember it, you haven't seen it anywhere, don't know about it. He was an agent on the ground with a sniper rifle. He claimed that was not him. He was taking trophy shots. There were dead people in the background smoldering from the fire. And he said, "Oh, no, that wasn't me." Yeah, dude, that was you 30 years ago, bud. Congress did I don't know. I can't even think, man. I'm punching the gut right now. Is how I feel. I can't wait for the stupid White House thing to get over with. But anyway, Congress did an investigation into the way the Branch Davidian thing was handled. And those pictures, I mean, they came from the Congressional Oversight Committee. Those were, I mean, they're accepted as evidence. All right, so that means that was accepted. Nobody denied it. All these years, nobody ever denied that was him. And then now, you got this. He lied when he was there. He said, "Oh yeah, the Branch Davidians, they shot down one of our Black Hawk helicopters with 50 calibers they had." None of that's true. They were just I don't even know what they're there. Oh, was it? There's rumors maybe that they were I don't know, arming themselves. There were rumors that David Koresh was marrying young girls in there. It's like, yeah, I love how the government back then, Janet Reno, Bill Clinton, how they were all about saving the children. And nowadays, those weirdos are out there sniffing their hair. Oh, jeez. I don't know how to spell vaccine. I don't know how to spell anything anymore. Okay, so see, that sucks. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All I know is it's happening. What's happening? Who knows? In Australia, in areas they have locked down, they are rationing the amount of alcohol you're allowed to have. This is all, it's all bull. I mean, I can't even say anything positive. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to talk about. Okay, so David Chipman, he's gone. Good. Bitcoin is barter, not money. So OAN doesn't have anything about mandates. That's funny. And you say they're right wing? What's the other one? Newsmax? Just Department sues over state's new abortion law. Of course they do. Mm-hmm. I can't believe we're still rebuilding Ground Zero 20 years after the fact. Paul, most Americans believe U.S. changed for the worse following 9/11. Yeah, it's The Patriot Act stuff, man. That stuff is horrible. Biden campaign Monday. Newsom was recalled near his end. What was that like the other day, Monday? Well, we don't have anything. So let's go back here to Fox News. Let's see here. Let's read this article. Biden to announce vaccine mandate for companies with more than 100 employees. Now, Pope Francis is talking. President Joe Biden is announcing Thursday that all employers with more than 100 workers will be forced to require coronavirus vaccinations or test employees weekly. The mandate will be announced Thursday afternoon and is expected to affect as many. So, I mean, what power is he deriving this from? Really? Does anybody know? Oh, geez. Uh-oh. Here he goes. Live.
I want to talk to you about where we are in the battle against COVID-19, the progress we've made, and the work we have left to do. And it starts with understanding this.
What?
Even as the Delta variant COVID-19 has been hitting this country hard, we have the tools to combat the virus if we can come together as a country and use those tools. If we raise our vaccination rate, protect ourselves and others with masking, expanded testing, and identify people who are infected, we can and we will turn the tide on COVID-19.
Will you?
It'll take a lot of hard work. It's going to take some time. Many of us are frustrated with the nearly 80 million Americans.
Why is the camera so far away? Should the president be at his desk?
The vaccine is safe, effective, and free. You might be confused about what is true and what is false about COVID-19. So before
it's true that China gave it to us
to fight COVID-19 that I'm going to be announcing tonight, let me give you some clear information about where we stand.
You're not even clear where your applesauce cup is.
We've made considerable progress in battling COVID-19. When I became president, about 2 million Americans.
You didn't hear about people dying anymore.
Today,
you notice that?
Over 175 million Americans have that protection.
Oh, the vaccine?
Before I took office,
yeah, Trump.
We hadn't ordered enough vaccine for every American.
It was being made.
Weeks in office. We did.
It was being made.
A week before I took office on January 20th of this year, over 25,000 Americans died that week from COVID-19.
Yeah, your fault.
Last week, that grim weekly toll was down 70%. And then 3 months before I took office,
this is not, you didn't do it.
Creating just 50,000 jobs a month.
You're lying.
We're now averaging 700,000 new jobs a month.
Not in August. What are the last numbers?
This progress is real. But while America is much better shape than it was 7 months ago when I took office, I need to tell you a second fact. We're in the tough stretch, and it could last for a while. Highly contagious Delta variant that I began to warn America about back in July spread late summer, like it did in other countries before us. While the vaccines provide strong protection for the vaccinated, we read about and hear about and we see the stories of hospitalized people on their deathbeds among the unvaccinated over the past few weeks. This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. It's caused by the fact that despite America having unprecedented and successful vaccination program, despite the fact that for almost 5 months,
you're going to attack people.
Free vaccines have been available in 80,000 different locations. We still have nearly 80 million Americans who have failed to get the shot.
Okay.
And to make matters worse,
don't worry about them.
Elected officials actively working to undermine the fight against COVID-19. Instead of encouraging people to get vaccinated and mask up, they're ordering mobile morgues for the unvaccinated.
Are they really? They did that
This is totally unacceptable. Third, if you wonder how all this adds up, here's the math.
Oh,
The
geez.
vast
I trust
majority of
you.
Americans are doing the right thing. Nearly 3/4 of the
Picking on the
eligible have
minorities.
gotten at least one shot.
One
But
shot shouldn't
1/4 has
matter.
not gotten any. That's nearly 80 million Americans not vaccinated.
Okay.
And the
How many
country as large
illegals?
as ours, that's 25% minority. That 25% can cause a lot of damage, and they are.
Oh, the minorities causing a lot of
The
damage, and they
unvaccinated
are.
Overcrowd our hospitals, or overrunning emergency rooms and intensive care units, leaving no room for someone with a heart attack or pancreatitis or cancer. And fourth, I want to emphasize that the vaccines provide very strong protection from severe illness from COVID-19. I know there's a lot of confusion and misinformation, but the world's leading
you confused,
scientists
Joe?
confirm that if you are fully vaccinated, your risk of severe illness from COVID-19 is very low. In fact, based on available data from the summer, only 1 out of every 160,000 fully vaccinated Americans was hospitalized for COVID per day. These are the facts.
What's our calling him? Joe by?
So here's where we
Joby.
stand. The path ahead, even with the Delta variant, is not nearly as bad as last winter.
Oh.
But what makes it incredibly more frustrating is that we have the tools to combat COVID-19.
Okay, so that means that the people that aren't taking the vaccine, they want to die?
Elected officials are keeping us from turning the corner.
How are they able to
These
affect anybody who
pandemic
is
politics
vaccinated?
Are making people sick, causing unvaccinated people to die. We cannot.
But that's their
use
choice.
elections
That's their
to
choice,
stand in the
though.
way of protecting the large majority of Americans who have done their part.
You can't
Wanna get
be
back to life as
pro-choice.
As your president, I'm announcing tonight a new
You have
plan to
nothing.
require more Americans to be vaccinated
Okay.
to combat those blocking public health.
Okay.
My plan also increases testing, protects our economy,
Mm-hmm.
and will make
Yeah.
our kids safer. in
Yeah, it
school.
always does. Have you ever heard anything
It
politicians
consists of
done?
6 broad areas of action.
What,
Many
6?
specific measures in each of those actions you can read more about at whitehouse.gov. Whitehouse.gov. The measures, these are going to take time to have full impact. But if we implement them, I believe, and the scientists indicate, that the months ahead we can reduce the number of unvaccinated Americans, decrease hospitalizations and deaths, and allow our children to go to school safely and keep our economy strong by keeping businesses open. First,
I knew the contract was
we
coming
must
on.
increase vaccinations among the unvaccinated with new vaccination requirements. With nearly 80 million eligible Americans who have not gotten vaccinated, many say
Oh,
we're
wow.
waiting for approval from the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. Well, last month, the FDA granted that approval. So the time for waiting is over. This summer, we made progress through the combination of vaccine requirements and incentives, as well as the FDA approval. 4 million more people got their first shot in August than they did in July. But we need to do more.
Oh,
This
whatever.
is not about freedom or personal choice.
No, it's not about freedom.
It's about protecting yourself and those around you.
Yeah. Oh,
People you work
jeez.
with,
Well, okay, so
People you
national
love.
right to carry.
people you love.
Yes, that's why I
My
want a
job
national
as
right to
president
carry.
is to protect all Americans. So tonight, I'm announcing that the Department of Labor is developing an emergency rule to require all employers
I can't do
with
that.
100 or more employees
Where
that
is that?
together employ over 80 million workers to ensure their workforces are fully vaccinated. or
Would they have
show a
99?
Negative test at least once a week.
What authority would
Some of
they
the biggest
have?
companies are already requiring this. United Airlines,
Oh,
Disney.
jeez.
Tyson's Food, and even Fox News. The bottom line, we're going to protect vaccinated workers from unvaccinated coworkers. We're going to reduce the spread of COVID-19.
He is
and increase the share
segregating
of the
people. If you are
workforce
not vaccinated,
that's
you're a
vaccinated
lesser.
in businesses all across America. My plan will extend the vaccination requirements that I previously issued in the healthcare field. Already, I've announced we'll be requiring vaccinations at all nursing home workers who treat patients on Medicare and Medicaid because I have that federal authority. Tonight, I'm using that same authority
really?
to expand that to cover those who work in hospitals,
How do you have that
home
authority?
healthcare facilities, or other medical facilities.
So you can require
There are
workers
17
and facilities
million healthcare workers.
to have
If you're
a
seeking care at a health facility,
to be
you should be able
injected.
to know that the people treating you are vaccinated. Simple, straightforward, period.
To be stabbed.
Next,
He has the authority to
I've
stab
signed an
you.
executive order
Oh,
that will now require all executive branch federal employees to be vaccinated. All.
it's time for a
Signed
25th
another
Amendment
executive
look at.
order that will require federal contractors.
He does not have the mental capacity
Want to
to
work
sign
with
an
the
executive
federal government,
order.
do business with us?
It's like signing a contract. You have to have a mental
You want to do
culpability.
business with the federal government? Vaccinate your workforce. And tonight, I'm removing one of the last remaining obstacles that make it difficult for you to get vaccinated. The Department of Labor will require
Weren't they supposed to come to your
employees
house?
of 100 or more workers to give those workers paid time off to get vaccinated. No one should lose pay in order to get vaccinated or take a loved one to get vaccinated. Today, in total, the vaccine requirements
There's
in
no
my plan
way.
will affect about 100 million Americans, 2/3 of all workers. And for other sectors,
2/3 of all
I issue
workers.
this appeal to those of you running large entertainment venues, from sports arenas to concert venues. to
Don't
movie
do it.
theaters. Please require folks to get vaccinated
Nope.
or show a negative test as a condition of entry. And to the nation's family physicians, pediatricians, GPs, general practitioners, you're the most trusted medical voice to your patients. You may be the one person who can get someone to change their mind about being vaccinated. Tonight, I'm asking each of you to reach out to your unvaccinated patients over the next 2 weeks and make a personal appeal to them to get the shot. America needs your personal involvement in this critical effort. My message to unvaccinated Americans is this: what more is there to wait for? What more do you need to see?
Let's see.
Make vaccination
What more do you need to
free, safe,
see?
and convenient. The vaccine has FDA approval. Over 200 million Americans have gotten at least one shot. You've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us.
It's cost
Please
all
do
of
the right
us.
thing. But just don't take it from me. Listen to the voices of unvaccinated Americans who are lying in hospital beds, taking their final breath saying, if only I'd gotten vaccinated. If
Oh,
only.
geez, that's
It's a tragedy.
Phil Valentine.
Please don't let it become yours. Second piece of my plan is continuing to protect the vaccinated. For the vast majority of you who've gotten vaccinated, I understand your anger at those who haven't gotten vaccinated. I understand the anxiety about getting a breakthrough case. But as the
Oh my
science
gosh.
makes clear, if you're fully vaccinated, you're highly protected from severe illness, even if you get COVID-19. In fact, recent data indicates there is only one confirmed positive case per 5,000 fully vaccinated Americans per day. You're as safe as possible.
But if you're vaccinated,
Everything
why?
you can do.
Here, okay, here's the thing. Go get vaccinated. I don't care. I'm not an
That's
anti-vaccination.
where boosters come in.
I don't think the
Shots that
president
give you
has this
more
type of
protection
power.
than after your second
It's
shot.
terrifying to think that they
Now,
would.
I
This
know
is
there's
the
been some
biggest
confusion
power
about
grab
boosters, so let me be clear.
I've ever seen in my
Last month,
lifetime.
Our top government doctors announced an initial plan for booster shots for vaccinated Americans. They believe that the booster is likely to provide the highest level of protection yet. Of course, the decision of which booster shots to give, when to start them, and who will give them will be left completely to the scientists at the FDA and the Centers for Disease Control. But while we wait, we've done our part. We bought enough booster shots, and the distribution system is ready to administer them. As soon as they are authorized, those eligible will be able to get a booster right away in tens of thousands of sites across the country for most Americans at your nearby drugstore and for free.
So you're getting the next shot.
Is keeping, and maybe the most important, is keeping our children safe and our schools open. For any parent, it doesn't matter how low the risk of any illness or accident is when it comes to your child or grandchild. Trust me, I know.
You're getting the next shot.
Let me speak to you directly.
Speak to me directly, Joe.
Let me speak to you directly to help ease
Yeah.
worries.
Yes, whisper to me, Joe. Whisper in my ear like you do little girls' ears.
Children ages 12 and older who
I really like the
are
way you smell.
for a vaccine now, and children ages 11 and under who are not yet eligible. The safest thing for your child, 12 and older, is to get them vaccinated. They get vaccinated for a lot of things.
A lot of
That's
things.
it. Get them vaccinated.
A lot of things. Get them vaccinated.
Adults, almost all the serious COVID-19 cases we're seeing among adolescents are in unvaccinated 12 to 17-year-olds, an age group that lags behind in vaccination rates. So parents, please get your team
parents.
vaccinated.
Give them
What about children
the
under the age of 12 who can't get vaccinated yet?
get them birth control too while you're out
Best
there.
way for a parent to protect their child under the age.
We don't like to get these young girls
starts at home. Every parent,
pregnant,
every teen sibling, every caregiver around them should be vaccinated. Children have 4 times higher chance of getting
vaccinated.
hospitalized if they live in a state with low vaccination rates rather than states with high vaccination rates. Now, if you're a parent of a young child,
if you're the parent,
when will it be the vaccine available for them?
yeah, when's the vaccine gonna be available?
I strongly support.
How about my bubblegum hair? My hair smells like bubblegum.
Under 12. We can't take shortcuts with that scientific work.
Oh yeah,
I will do
scientific.
within my power to support the FDA with any resource it needs to continue to do this safely
resource.
and as quickly as possible.
Yeah, the CDC thought that they could tell landlords not to.
So parents can plan. Now to the schools. We know that if schools follow the science,
Not to kick people out for not
and
paying their
implement the
rent.
safety measures like testing, masking, adequate ventilation systems would be provided the money for.
Ventilation
Social distancing,
systems.
and vaccination.
Wash your hands.
Everyone can be
Don't poop in
safe
public.
between
Cover your
schools.
mouth when you
Today, about 90%
cough or
of
sneeze.
school staffs and teachers are vaccinated. We should get that to 100%. My administration has already acquired teachers at the schools run by the Defense Department, because I have the authority as president of the federal system, the Defense Department
Oh,
and the
jeez.
Interior Department, to get vaccinated. That's the authority I possess. Tonight, I'm announcing that will require all of nearly 300,000 educators in the federal paid program, Head Start program, must be vaccinated as well to protect your youngest, our youngest, most precious Americans, and give parents the comfort. And tonight, I'm calling on all governors to require vaccination for all teachers and staff. Some already have done so. We need more to step up. Vaccination requirements in schools are nothing new. They work.
Oh yeah.
Overwhelmingly supported by educators and their unions. All school officials trying to do the right thing by our children. I'll always be on your side. Let me be blunt.
Yeah, Joe's always on your side.
Plan also
Unless
takes
you
on
get in his way.
officials in states that are undermining you in these life-saving actions.
Yeah.
Right now, local school officials are trying to keep children safe in a pandemic while their governor picks a fight with them and even threatens their salaries or their jobs.
Oh, Billy, he's talking about you.
Schools. If they'll not help, if these governors won't help us beat the pandemic, I'll use my power as president to get them out of the way.
Powers as
The
president.
Department of Education
That's
has
just
already begun
so
to take legal
disturbing.
action against states undermining protection that local school officials have ordered. Any teacher or school official whose pay is withheld for doing the right thing, we will have that pay restored by the federal government 100%.
Oh, that's such a weak thing
Promise
you're
you,
saying.
I will have your back.
Oh, yeah.
The fourth piece of my plan is increasing testing and masking. From the start, America has failed to do enough COVID-19 testing.
Going to increase
In order to
the
better detect and
masking.
control the Delta variant, I'm taking steps tonight to make testing more available, more affordable, and more convenient. I
Oh,
use the Defense Production Act to increase production of rapid tests, including those that you can use at home. While that production is ramping up, my administration has worked with top retailers like Walmart, Amazon, and Kroger's. And tonight, we're announcing that no later than next week, each of these outlets will start to sell at-home rapid test kits
this sounds planned, doesn't it?
for the next 3 months.
So what's all this going to cost there, Joe?
This immediate price reduction for at-home test kits for up to 35% reduction. We'll also expand free testing at 10,000 pharmacies around the country. And we're committing $2 billion to purchase nearly 300 million rapid tests for distribution to community health centers, food banks, schools, so that every American, no matter their income, can access free and convenient tests. This is important to everyone, particularly for a parent or a child with a child not old enough to be vaccinated. You'll be able to test them at home, test those around them.
You know what? They're going to want the stuff. They're going to keep a record of you.
Stop the spread.
Like, oh, we saw that you bought this
That's why
test.
when I came into office, I required
What were the
masks on all
results?
federal buildings, on federal lands, on airlines, and other modes of transportation. Today,
He's just having fun with that pen of
I'm
his.
announcing that the Transportation Safety Administration, the TSA, will double the fines on travelers that refuse to mask. If you break the rules, be prepared to pay. And by the way,
Oh,
show
jeez.
some respect. The anger you
But what about the
see
Texas
flight
Democrats?
attendants and others doing their job.
Let's bring that up. Let's be fair about it. Let's say, you know what? These Democrats from Texas
Piece of my plan
really screwed up.
is protecting our economic recovery. Because of our vaccination program and the American Rescue Plan, which we passed early in my administration, we've had record job creation for a new administration. Economic growth unmatched in 40 years. We cannot let unvaccinated do this progress, undo it, turn it back. So tonight, I'm announcing additional steps to strengthen our economic recovery.
You are a second-class
We'll be
person.
expanding COVID-19 economic.
If you're not vaccinated, you're a second-class person. I cannot believe this guy is
That's
saying
a program
this.
that's going to allow small businesses to borrow up to $2 million from the current $500,000 to keep going if COVID-19 impacts on their sales.
Dude, this is
These
tanking
low-interest
fast.
long-term loans require no repayment for 2 years and can be used to hire and retain workers, purchase inventory, or even pay down higher cost debt racked up since the pandemic began. I'll also be taking additional steps to help small businesses stay afloat during the pandemic.
Oh, I'm sure you will. By just like walking in and taking them over, I bet.
Improve the care of those who do get COVID-19.
Oh, jeez.
In early July, I announced the deployment of surge response teams. These are teams comprised of experts from the Department of Health and Human Services, the CDC, the Defense Department, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, to areas in the country that need help to stem the spread of COVID-19. Since then, the federal government has deployed nearly 1,000 staff, including doctors, nurses, paramedics, into 18 states. Today, I'm announcing that the Defense Department
Can't
will
even
double the
forget
number of
nurses
military
here.
health teams that they'll deploy to help their fellow Americans in hospitals around the country. Additionally, we're increasing the availability of new medicines recommended by real doctors, not conspiracy theorists. The monoclonal antibody treatments have been shown to reduce the risk of hospitalization by up to 70% for unvaccinated people at risk of developing severe disease. We've already distributed 1.4 million courses of these treatments to save lives and reduce the strain on hospitals. Tonight, I'm announcing we will increase the average pace of shipment across the country of free monoclonal antibody treatments by another 50%. Before I close, let me say this.
Jeez.
Communities of color are disproportionately impacted by this virus.
Yeah, you've already said that. You've already said that they were
Continue to
ruining it
battle
for you.
COVID-19. We will ensure that equity continues to be at the center of our response.
Equity. What a
We will
great
ensure
term
that
there,
everyone
Joe.
is reached. My first responsibility as president is to protect the American people and make sure we have enough vaccine for every American, including enough boosters for every American who's approved to get one. We also know this virus transcends borders.
Oh, we're going to
That's
pay for
why
Mexico.
even as we execute this plan at home, we need to continue fighting the virus overseas, continue to be the arsenal of vaccines. We're proud to have donated nearly 140 million vaccines over 90 countries, more than all other countries combined, including Europe, China, and Russia
We have
combined.
paid for everybody.
That's American leadership on a global stage. And that's just
No,
the
that's
beginning.
handouts.
We've also now started to ship another 500 million COVID vaccines, Pfizer vaccines, purchased to donate to 100 lower-income countries in need of vaccines. And I'll be announcing additional steps to help the rest of the world later this month. As I recently released the key parts of my pandemic preparedness plan so that America isn't caught flat-footed with a new pandemic comes again, as it will. Next month, I'm also going to release a plan in greater detail. So let me close with this. We've made so much progress during the past 7 months of this pandemic. The recent increases in vaccinations in August already are having an impact in some states where case counts are dropping in recent days. Even so, we remain at a critical moment, a critical time. We have the tools. Now we just have to finish the job with truth, with science,
truth. Oh, with
confidence,
science.
and together.
Dude, you sound like
as
such
one
a
nation.
weird perv, man.
Look, we're the United States of America. There's nothing, not a single thing we're unable to do if we do it together. So let's stay together. God bless you all and all those who continue to serve on the front lines of this pandemic. And may God protect our troops. Get vaccinated.
Oh, he said, God bless our troops. I forgot about that. So, wait, no, he said that. That's right. I was thinking about the military. Jeez, I don't even know, man. This is so. You are now, if they can stab you with a pointy object, it's like abortion. Okay, that's what I tell people. Is like, you have to be careful with this stuff, because if the government can, I don't know what I'm trying to say. They can also force you to have an abortion. Like, there's I don't know. It's my mind's cloudy. I'm not thinking about it right now. I want to talk about, you know what I want to do? I want to do what I was started to do an hour ago, and that was to go mow my yard, be left alone. Now I'm sitting here. Here's the thing that bothers me is that I know that 99% of America will just go along, fall over, and think, oh, yeah, this is so wonderful. Because you know what? You're all brain dead. I mean, this is so fitting that this is the day that the Matrix trailer came out. So there you go. I'm gonna go watch the first Matrix right now, and I don't care what everybody else does, man. You know, if you're okay with this, then you're okay with crap. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm out. Peace.